good afternoon guys, it's Christian YouTube Daddy here. Well, I'm out and about in Blackpool just doing stuff that I'm doing, and on the other side of Blackpool at the moment in a very non-touristy area. So this is the type of area that people who tend to watch these videos who aren't from Blackpool don't get to see. So I thought I'll take you for a quick drive round. Now I don't really know this area, to be fair, so we'll just wing it as we go along, which is nothing unusual for me. So let's just see where we are and what we're doing. We'll just spin the camera around and we'll set the camera up. And so we're at the Victoria Community Church. That's where we started off at anyway. So I have been this area before, but I don't really know it. The Jade Village Chinese Takeaway. Never tried it. So Dutton Road, that's where the Victoria Community Church is, on Dutton Road. There seems to be 3 churches here. That's a big church. And there's a Catholic church here as well. A lot of churches around here. Must be very religious around here. There's a house there with a blue plaque on it. I can't work out what it says. It's obviously somebody important lived there, or it was an important historical house or something like that. So I'm not 100% sure what area this is. Right. I'm just taking my jumper off. I hate driving with jumper. It just makes me feel so restricted. That's a cool number plate in front, isn't it? Not as cool as my number plate, but still a cool number plate. WKB1 or I. So we're on Newton Drive, just to let you know, for those of you who follow me on the old magic internet and see exactly where we are. And this is a normal, maybe there's a number 4 pub, maybe slightly bit more affluent area. So I think we're heading towards, because I can see a sign for the zoo, we're heading towards Stanley Park, I think. Now I have been round here a couple of years back canvassing, but during the election process you go round like most of Blackpool, so they kind of all blurs into one. But this does seem quite a nice area. Just turn down here, let's see what's down here. See what type of area it is. Looks like a nice area. Yeah, nice cars, nice area. This seems a fair area to me. Nice little community. It's actually interesting seeing the total contrast from the housing which is closer to the seafront and closer to the tourist area, because a lot of the people who live here probably never get to the tourist side of Blackpool. You know, they have normal jobs, they live in normal areas, and what we would all class as normal areas. And we're only literally a mile away from the seafront, 1.5 miles maybe. So if you ever are considering moving to Blackpool, this is quite a nice area. I don't know what the house prices are up here. I'm guessing, looking at the areas, and the house prices in Blackpool have gone down slightly, like most of them at the moment all over the country. I would probably suggest these are probably around the 180 mark, 170, 180. If you want to check up on the internet and let me know if that's the average, I would guess it's about 170, 180 around here. Yeah, they are quite chunky houses, quite a nice area. I wouldn't say any more than 180 here though. This is leading on from the last video that I did. I say I'm hanging around this area because I'm picking up a friend, and I'm just waiting for the phone call. So I thought, while I'm out and about, I might as well knock a few videos out, because I don't come this side very often. Oh, never been down here before. That's taking you to some kind of park by the looks of it. It's not. I don't think it's not Stanley Park. I don't know what park that is. Oh, the only good thing is you can always see the tower. So if you do get lost in Blackpool, there's the tower. As I said in a couple of videos, when I've been lost in Blackpool before, all I do is point my car to the tower, and then you know you're going to get home. Now, wherever you are in Blackpool, you'll always see the tower. Okay, now we're crossing over into more council estate area. So you'll literally see straight across the road, this is your council estate area now. And your council houses. You can see the difference. Now I know council estates probably don't exist anymore. But probably, most of these will probably be private landlords, I'm guessing. Now these will probably be around the 90,000 mark, 80 to 90,000 mark, I reckon. Literally across the road. It seems to be a mixture, doesn't it? We can go literally from council estate areas, which is obvious on my right hand side, or council houses or ex-council houses. You can just tell by the look of them. To on the left hand side, where a little bit better. I know I'm quite sad. I find stuff like this interesting. Wayman Road, whatever that is, and then we're now on London Road. It's all right. It's a little bit built up for me here. Very congested. I don't know, the area doesn't look too bad, but it definitely looks a little bit more congested to me. So what's that across the road? It's got an American flag on, and it says "Welcome to New Orleans." Okay, downtown. Was it a pie shop or something like that? It looks like a pie shop. I'm going to turn right here, so I just need to wait for the traffic to go past. It's not helping that somebody parked their posh Jag right over the corner here. And we're now just coming up to Whitegate Drive. This is Devonshire Square here. So to the right is Devonshire Road. To the left, Whitegate Drive. Straight up, Church Street. And on my right hand side here is a nail bar, which is on the corner of Manchester Road. And on the corner, you can see, is the number 3 pub. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back up towards the Vic, because that's where I've got to ultimately end up. As I was saying, while I was out and about in this side of the town, I thought I'd just bang a couple of videos out, because I don't get to this side of the town that often. So this is just a follow-on video from the last video when I went off to Farm Foods on Devonshire Road to pick up some spam, and then down to go and get myself some breakfast, well, sausages, and where I nearly got caught by the traffic wardens. But they were very nice and they let me away with it. Although I did think that was a permanent 15-minute loading bay, but Well, they're quite right. I read the sign afterwards. It wasn't. It was a disabled bay, then a loading bay after 6 o'clock. Actually, let's go straight over. I'm still alright for a bit. Let's have a look at what's down on Church Street. And we've been down here loads of time. Let's go down one of the side streets here. So this is Liverpool Road. There's a lot of places named after other towns around here, isn't there? Liverpool Road, London Road, Manchester Road. Trying to work out what road one now. No idea. I have been canvassing down here before. Because every time we came canvassing down here, we went to the Bellevue, which is literally across the road. That's a nice place to go to. Okay, if you are down here, there is parking restrictions, and it's residential parking only down here, which is quite normal for areas like this around Blackpool. If you do drive down here, it can get a bit congested down here, to be fair. It can get very busy, as you can see. That's Leamington Road, which I'm just coming off now. Oh, very nice, thank you very much. Thank you. We'll go down this way instead of going straight up. We're heading towards the Stanley Park now, so this is definitely more of an affluent area. The closer you get to Stanley Park, the nicer the houses, the more expensive the houses. You can just tell, look at it. It just looks better down here. Now these houses here, you are talking 200,000 plus now. This is the type of area you're in now. So you're definitely talking around the 200,000 around this area here. The general houses around here, especially on the outskirts, we'll drive around the outskirts and I'll show you, are between 200 and 300,000 around here. Now it just shows you how close these areas are. Oh, that's the spam going everywhere. So that's Blackpool Cricket and Squash Club. I have been in there. It wasn't to play cricket or squash, but I can't remember why I've been in there, but I have been in there. And you say these houses on my right hand side here, these are around the £200,000 mark. They're not massive houses, but it is a nice area. We're basically driving on the circumference of the Stanley Park. So Stanley Park, for those who don't know, is a big park in Blackpool. It's Blackpool's biggest park. It's got duck ponds, it's got kids play areas, it's got sky rope things, you know, where the kids can play in and stuff like that. I can't remember what the names of them are. There's a golf course on it, you know, it's a massive park, and we're driving on the outside of it at the moment, which will then take us towards the Vic. So that was West Park Drive we were just on then. And up to the right there is South Park Drive. And we're driving on to, so South Park Drive is to the right of me now, and which carries on up to the left. Quite a little busy junction here. So again, Stanley Park is still to my right hand side. Again, some nice houses around here, especially the ones that face onto Stanley Park. There's some lady taking a bow wow for a walk. No, it's a I don't know, might have been a man. If you're watching this video, that was you, I do apologise. If you're a lady and I called you a man, or if you're a man and I called you a lady. So just on the left hand side, we're going to be driving past it shortly, is Blackpool Model Village. Now apparently that used to be very, very, very popular. It's not as popular anymore, and I'll be completely honest, I've never been in there. So please put your comments below if you have been in there. It's basically a miniature village of models and stuff like that. I've seen the literature to it. It's obviously not open at the moment because we're in the middle of the winter, and they sell ice cream there and stuff, but I've never been there. So on my right hand side is how you get to the zoo. I'll tell you what, we'll go and have a look up the zoo. We'll go to the, I'll take you to where the zoo is. Again, never been there. But I'm not particularly a fan of zoos. Some people like them and some people think they've got a place. I personally don't like zoos. But each their own. It's meant to be quite a good one. I think it put me off. Last time I went to a zoo was in Dudley. Dudley's got a zoo. Oh, it's horrible. I know it's like now, it was like 30 years ago, but it was like, oh, it's like a concrete block. It was awful. So I've never been a fan of zoos. But this is quite a good one, apparently. There's a lot of, it's all spread out and stuff like that. Well, there still seems to be quite a few people here, to be fair. You know, the car park's pretty full considering the 10th of February. There's not a massive amount of people, but there's a few people here. So if you've ever been to the zoo, tell me what it's like. Karen's been to it. Karen loves the zoo. She's a zoo person. But he said, it's just me. I personally think, my opinion, animals belong in the wild. They don't belong in zoos. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people have different opinions to me, saying we needed to preserve wildlife and stuff like that, and to get children involved and to understand our national environment. I understand all the arguments around it. Personally, I don't advocate that. I personally think that zoos, there's no real place for zoos, and animals belong in the wild. Safari parks, not too bad, because they're bigger, aren't they? They're more out in the more wilds and stuff like that. You know, safari parks in Africa and stuff like that, where they've got loads of space and people drive around in Range Rovers and they're in the natural environment. That I don't really mind too much. But I'm just not one who likes zoos. I'll have people shouting at me in the comments now, telling me I'm stupid, but I wouldn't say anybody's stupid for either side of the argument. It's just, we've got our own opinions, haven't we? And that's my personal opinion. Animals belong in the wild, in their natural environment. Anyway, so we're going to turn right here, and what we'll do, I've still got a little bit of time to kill. I'll take you round the outside of the Vic, which is the Victoria Hotel, which is, for those of you who don't know, is our local hospital here in Blackpool. So if you ever are in hospital on holiday in Blackpool, and something goes wrong and you end up in the hospital, this is where you're going to end up. Good hospital. From my point of view, yeah, I obviously had a heart attack and I ended up in this hospital, and then I subsequently had a double bypass. Brilliant hospital, no problem at all with this hospital. Every hospital gets knocked and slagged off and stuff like that, but this, no problem at all. I never had an issue with it. I can hear a Nina going past. I'll just get out of its way. So there's a Nina going past now. You can see it just going past me now, because that'll be going up to the A&E department, which is the other side. We'll be going around the hospital itself, and I'll show you where the A&E department is. So there's two ways to get into the hospital. There's this way, and there's the way the ambulance is going. We're going around the back entrance of the hospital. As you can see, they are doing building work here. On my right hand side is a golf course, which goes between this and the other side onto Stanley Park. As you see, there's a lot of building work going on, but I think that's going on at all hospitals around the country. They're constantly building, improving, replacing. By the name, it is a Victorian hospital, so it is quite an old and dated hospital. So it does need a lot of stuff replacing. Now, if I remember right, just on the right hand side here is the cardiac ward. It is, I was right, Lancashire Cardiac Centre. So this is where you drop people off to the cardiac ward. But where we're going now is the main front entrance to the hospital. So if you're coming into the hospital just as an outpatient or as a visiting somebody, this is your main entrance, which we're going to now. And that's your main car park there, directly in front of you. And right outside there's your main entrance at the front, and right outside there's your taxi rank, where all the taxi will pick you up and drop you off. All round here is your nurses' accommodation. It's a teaching hospital like everywhere else, so there'll be a lot of trainee nurses here, so this is their accommodation round here. And just on the left hand side is the entrance to the main car park. Now I'm going to turn right here, which will take me past the accident and emergency department, where the Nina would have been going to. there's the A&E department there, and the car park for the A&E department is just here. There's a car park on my right hand side and on my left hand side. But I've still got a bit of time to kill, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to nip to the arcade, empty the back of the car, get rid of all the stock that I've got in the back of my car, and then go pick up my friend. So if you like this video, this quick tour around the non-touristy side of Blackpool, have a quick look around the Vic and how to get to the Vic and stuff like that, please hit that like button and that notification bell. And please share it with a friend. Don't be nasty. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll speak to you later. Bye for now, guys.